Shalom. I want to begin a lesson off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakaha Kodash. Double blessing and honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us His truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai. Back here with another lesson, man. Really just gonna let the spirit guide me with this one. It's been a very long day. So I just want to say Shalakia for not putting up nothing earlier, but I've literally been busy all day, man. Been moving out all day, you know. There's just been a lot going on. Had to be in different places at different times. And it's just been one of those days, man. You probably could hear it in my voice. I'm pretty tired. And I'm just about to have to go back around, turn right back around and do the same thing. So, and Lord willing, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua give me the strength to make it through the night and make it to tomorrow, man. But yeah, man, I just wanted to make a lesson before the day was over, you know. I try and almost proud myself in trying to make a lesson every day, try and get the word out every day if I'm able to. It's definitely something that I learned from the elder brothers, as well as the brothers around my time period as well. But yeah, man, I spoke on Pakistan and India last night. And, you know, tensions are continuing to rise. It's a day-by-day thing, man. Day-by-day thing. Things are getting worse and worse, right? And the Lord is about to really reveal His true power, man, right? As it says in the scriptures, His name is about to be magnified throughout the earth, right? So there isn't going to be any confusion on what the name is. The ones who are truly His are going to call upon His name in that day, right? And it speaks on that. Let me get that. Zechariah 13:8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die. That's talking about the wicked Israelites, man. 2/3 of our people are going to perish, right? And it says in the scriptures, man, you always got to remember this, that the amount of wicked Israelites are always going to outnumber the amount of righteous ones, or those who are trying to live righteous, because that's what we're trying to do, man, right? We've been given a gift. We're trying to use it to the best of our abilities. 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. So that's talking about the elect, man, the 144,000, as well as the innumerable multitude. And Lord willing, we'll be at that number, man, that 144,000, because we want to strive for greatness, right? And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried, right? So it's going to be, man, there's going to be things going on in the earth, in the world, in our lifetime that we could have never imagined was going to happen, man. If you would have told me these things were going to happen as a kid, I probably wouldn't have known how to react, right? But this is real, man. We're in the latter days, man. The end of the end, as it speaks on in the book, man. It's basically the days of Noe again, right? But this is the second death that we're coming upon. We're coming upon Jacob's trouble, right? And all of these things that we've been talking about, right, for years now, are actually taking place and happening in other countries. It just hasn't hit America yet, which is the main stage. That's what we're waiting for it to hit the main stage. So when it hits America, it's gonna hit last, but it's it's gonna hit the worst, man. And I will bring the third part through the fire and will refine them as silver is refined and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name and I will hear them. I will say it is my people and they shall say Yahweh is my power, the most high power, right? So that's just the importance of having a name, having a true name. Yahweh, which in the ancient Hebrew means he exists. And Yahweh Shah, why Yahweh Shah, which means he is salvation in the ancient Hebrew, man. So if you are calling on any other names besides those names, then you're calling on the wrong names. Just being completely honest, man. So I'm about to say, I know that's Habakkuk 1 and 5. I just thought of it. All right, behold, this is Habakkuk 1 and 5. Behold ye among the heathen and regard and wonder marvelously. Right, we're among the heathen, man. Whether it be Edomites, which is so-called white people, Elamites, which is so-called Indian, Ishmaelites, which is so-called Arabs, whether it be Moabites, the so-called Chinese, Ammonites, the so-called Japanese, Hamites, so-called Africans, the true Africans. All of those nations are roundabout in America, the melting pot, so they say. And regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work in your days, which ye will not believe, though it be told you. Right? So, like we've been saying, man, the Lord is about to do something on earth that has never been done ever in the history of ever. All of the things that have happened in history were key events to lead up to this. Even the smallest minute details. This is Daniel 12 and 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time, right? So since there was any nations on earth, there's going to be a time of trouble like has never been seen, right? And there's no way to measure it, right? No way to measure it at all. We have an idea of what it's going to be like, but even then, it's going to be more grand than that idea that we have in our heads, right? Such as never was since there was a nation, even to that same time. And at that time, thy people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in a book. And many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. That just shows how important this prophecy is, man. The Lord is literally going to bring people that are in the spiritual realm back to life to be a part of this. And some are going to come back to gain everlasting life, you know what I'm saying, eternity, or to become eternal, right? Which will be people who are righteous. And then he's literally going to bring spirits back just so they can be a part of the great death, which would be the wicked. And I just thought about this, man. Our people are truly concerned with folly, because you have people out here who talk as if the world's going to continue going on the way it is. Right? Or they just completely don't want to concern themselves with things that are going on in the economy and in society. The economy is shit right now, and it's continuing to plummet. It's not getting any better. Right? I have people calling me and stuff like that, talking to me about shit that I honestly don't care about, man. There's more important things going on in the world, and you want to talk to me about some stupid shit, honestly, man. Or just to tell you the truth. Still, that doesn't really matter to me. And I just want to pull this up. It might be 2 Peter. This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own lusts, and saying, where is the promise of his coming? For since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of the creation. For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of the Most High power the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now by the same word, are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly men. And that word perdition means destruction. So it's been preserved for another great judgment, and it's going to be the final judgment on earth for all these wicked motherfuckers. The biggest one, at least, because they still going to receive judgment. They're going to be banished after them 1,000 years. Actually, them going into slavery for 1,000 years is judgment, too. It's a part of it, right? But like I always say, man, that verse 4, man, is what catches our people off guard, because you tell their ass these things. Oh, it didn't happen. It's not going to happen. You said it's going to happen now. Okay. Like, that's why we don't put no time stamp on things. We're able to measure, right, when it could go down, but we're not finna say, oh, the world's going to end on this day, this time, all this other shit, because it's not possible. Quite frankly, it's not possible. All we're saying is that this place doesn't have many more years left, right? And a lot of us don't think that we're even going to make it up out of this term by the way things are going, out of this presidential term. So the less than 4 years. And Lord willing, it does, man. Lord willing, it happens within that time span. And really, we're hoping and praying that it happens, that we reach salvation, or at least Jacob's trouble this year, man. Right? We're not even halfway through the year yet. We still got another month until we get to June. Right? We're still in the first half of the year. And just look how things are going so far. And you tell me that we're not approaching the end of the end. And I'm going to get this and close it off. I believe this is the second Ezra 9. Let me see it. Or it might be Ecclesiastes 7. Let me see. This is the second Ezra chapter 9. Well, my point is in verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So the Lord has been saying that these things are going to happen in the earth. Death, destruction, calamity, earthquake, right? Plagues, famine, all of that stuff. And all that stuff are signs of judgment, as well as ending. The end of a thing. This is the end of a wicked era and the beginning of a righteous one. For like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning, and an end, and the end is manifest. Right? So there isn't anything called law Yahweh Bashim Yahushua 11:44. There isn't anything in the world that has a beginning and it just don't end, right? We're coming upon 250 years of America, right? The Little Horn Kingdom. Everything that has a beginning has an end, man. Nothing lasts forever unless we're talking about Yahweh by Yahweh Shai or the kingdom. The kingdom of heaven that's gonna be on earth. That's the only thing that's gonna abide forever, as well as the elect. You know what I'm saying? And those who are gonna have eternal life. Other than that, nothing on this earth in this wicked kingdom lasts forever. That's what I should have said. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders, and powerful works, and endings and effects, and signs. Okay. So, and we can read these last two verses and close it off. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning, right? That's that predestination. But also, what did he mention before? Works, faith, belief, and also grace, man. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to those out there listening and watching. I'm going to close it off there. Call Allah Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double blessing and honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth. Through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, I say Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Abide Babal. And as always, we one day close to the kingdom, man. Shalom.